Go. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome again to another, video. We're gonna be doing a little bit of more talking and less writing, but we're gonna still, go through some different stuff. So today our topic is reputation management. By the end of this video, you should understand what is reputation management, how to actually get a job as a reputation management, and this actually is something you can actually do remote, completely remote. And most companies they're always hiring in this field. You know what I mean? You don't need no training. You just have to know English, you know how to write properly, and then you're good to go. So I'm going to show some few ways you can actually get some jobs. I'm going to show some few the website you can actually use. Also some other way you can actually get a job by yourself, right? So without taking a lot of time, this live is going to be probably short because this is a very easy topic. It does not need a lot of explanations in terms of helping you understand it. So what is actually a reputation management, right? So reputation management is a process, of managing how a business is viewed online. So this including interacting with their customers, responding to criticism and other stuff, right? So for example, we're going to talk about in few ways. So reputation management, as reputation management, what do you do? So first job is first to monitor the business reviews, right? So if you go like on Google review, people leave reviews every day about the business, right? So business will always hire people to actually go there and answer to those reviews, right? So number two is Yelp. You know what I'm saying? If you know Yelp, there's also another platform where people leave reviews. I don't think it exists in Africa, but I think it exists in the United States and other countries where actually people leave review about the restaurants, about the dentist, about the apartments, any kind of business. People always leave review about that business. So most business owners don't have enough time, or sometimes they're emotionally invested in the business and they don't want to deal with the bad. They don't want to deal with the bad comments, so they usually hire people to actually go there and respond to those reviews. So number two is, what is the best clients for actually this service? This is one of the best things you need to understand. How to find the clients, you must find the right fit, right? So when I was starting, for example, I started as a social media manager, and then later on I added reputation management as a service as a provider for my agency. How it happened is I signed one client who was a restaurant owner, and I was working for him for like 2 months. Then it was like, hey, do you actually do reputation management? And actually at that time I didn't even know what is actual reputation management. I had no knowledge whatsoever of what is a reputation management. So what happened is I asked him, so what do you mean by reputation management? And they say, hey, I want someone to actually go there and answer these reviews which are coming in from the customers, right? I want you to answer them on time. I want you to offer them, if it's a bad review, I want you to offer them a refund, a discount, whatever, you got to do to actually turn a bad review into a good review, right? That was my job, is to turn bad reviews into a good reviews, and also take the good reviews and say thank you and appreciate the customers for supporting the business. So the best clients for this business, number one, are restaurants. The reason why is because restaurant has so much traffic. They have a lot of people coming in every day, and the most people, they have a lot of stuff to say about the food because it's so emotionally connected to people. When somebody eat good food, and they like the food, they always, gonna leave a reviews. If they eat bad food, that's even when they're gonna be so loud. If they don't like the food, they're going to be even super loud by leaving a bad reviews, and those reviews can actually impact the business because most people, before they go to a restaurant or buy anything nowadays, actually is they actually check reviews, right? They go check review, they see, okay, what is other people saying about this business? You know what I mean? So if you have a lot of negative reviews, you may actually be losing money. So that's the first good client is a restaurant. Number two is actually hospitals, right? Doctor's offices as well. You know what I mean? Because those also, it's a very connected to people. It's about health again, right? If you get a bad service at your dentist, for example, you go to get your teeth removed and your dentist was very rude or was very aggressive, you feel so much pain. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna leave a bad review to make sure nobody else get the same treatment, right? And also the other business you can look into is gyms. So basically any business which is customer or consumer oriented business where people go there all the time, right? So now I'm gonna talk about why do actually business need a reputation manager. You know what I'm saying? This is a very important job in any business right now. You know what I mean? You have to be able to manage your reputation online. You have to make sure, your business is viewed in a positive light as much as possible, because that's how you attract more and more customers, right? So the business that we hire a reputation manager, number one, because the owner A is busy. He doesn't have enough time to actually go there and reply to those reviews. He don't have enough time to actually interact with the customers. So he prefer to actually outsource somebody else, right? So number two is hiring someone to answer reviews for your business. Like for example, in America, it don't make no sense because they're gonna answer like 10 reviews a day, and then you have to pay them like $2,000 a month to do just that, right? So they prefer to have someone in Philippines, in India, in Africa, other countries where they can pay you maybe like $100 a month for one client, right? So you can just be answering like 5 reviews a day. All you have to say is like, hey, we apologize if you didn't have, apologize if we didn't have a good experience at our restaurant, and we strive towards provide the best services. Anything you can actually make your experience better, just let us know. We have a few options like, refund or discount, whatever. So you got to do all that stuff. And then if somebody leave a good review, say, thank you so much for supporting this business. We look forward to see you next time. That's all you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I always say in 2024, to say that you don't actually have a job or you cannot make even $1,000 a month. It's actually laziness. You know what I mean? Because there's so many stuff you actually can do to make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, even $5,000 a month on your computer, even on your phone, without actually leaving your seat. You know what I mean? And this is one of the best, actually easy gig to do, right? So the reason number two is business owners are very emotionally invested in their business, right? So if somebody leaves a bad review on their, on their business, they may respond very aggressively and very rude because they feel so hurt. They have emotional, to their business, and somebody's talking shit about their restaurants or about their food, about their gym, something they have invested all their life building. You know what I mean? So you can understand how they're gonna respond. So they usually tend to hire a third party who's more neutral in terms of like responding to these reviews, right? So that's not the second reason why the business hire a reputation manager. Number two is language. For example, most Chinese businesses which have accounts with Amazon, right? They don't speak English. They always hire someone who speaks English to actually go on Amazon.com and answer reviews from their customers. You know what I mean? And this is actually the same. Even Alibaba right now is hiring a lot of people to actually answer reviews for their customers, because Alibaba is an international website. It's not a Chinese website. So, and if an international buyer is going to Alibaba to buy a product, he's going to read the reviews. So these companies in China, the suppliers, they're actually hiring people who speaks English to actually go there and respond to these reviews all the time. So that's the 3 reasons why people actually hire a reputation manager. And you have to understand this is the most important thing for any business right now to actually survive online, because people that are reading reviews before they spend money to their business, right? So now let's talk about customer acquisition. It's always one of my favorite topic, actually how to get people to pay you. Now you know what is reputation management. What is the requirement actually before you go to customer acquisition? What is the requirement for you to become a reputation manager, right? This is the easiest thing. All you have to know is speak English and write English. You don't need no training. No training, you know what I mean? There's no training which is going to train into reputation management. All you have to know is, I know how to read and I know how to answer. I know how to be, I know how to present sympathy. You know what I mean? If somebody say the food sucks or I had a food poisoning, you don't want to be like, oh no, our food is actually very good. Our food is very nice. And no, you don't want to be like, you want to be like, I understand. I understand your concern, and you know what I'm saying, and I understand your concern, and blah blah blah, and I would like to make your experience much better. Please let us know how we can do it. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand how to actually be relatable or connected to people's feelings when they express their reviews. So you don't need a training. There's no training I can give you which can actually make you a better reputation manager, right? This thing, even myself, when I didn't take no training on how to learn, was to write English and respond. So now what is the customer acquisition? So how do you get people to actually pay you dollars for you to actually be able to respond to these reviews? One of the most important question is, so now let's say you know how to read, you know how to write, and you want to actually go out there, get a client to pay you for you to respond to their reviews, right? So number one is Google Business. Actually, one of the best tools you can actually use to get clients from anywhere. It doesn't matter where you are right now. If you go on your phone and you type in pizza restaurant in New York, they're gonna give you the list. Doesn't matter where you are, even if you're in Kenya, South Africa, Europe, whatever you are, Google will give you the list of the businesses in that area with actually, which are in that area. So another thing is on Google, you can actually see in a real time if they have someone who's managing their page or not. How do you see them? It's because you can see if the reviews are being responded to. Because business owners usually don't respond to reviews. They're busy, they're working. They cannot respond to the reviews. So now you can say, okay, you see the business is on Google right there and nobody's responding to the review. This is your perfect time to actually reach out to them. How do you reach out to them? The Google business is a perfect page because they actually have the emails of the business, they have the phone number, they have the address, they have all kind of stuff. Take their email and send them a proposal like, hey, my name is John, I do reputation management, and I would like to help you, keep up with your customers. I would like to provide this service for you. And you can actually craft a really good offer to do that, right? So number two, there's actually another website which does this almost like, like you can actually go apply right now. They're always hiring. It's called clickworker.com. If you go to clickworker.com, they provide a few services like reputation management, product description, like a product description. If you see like on a Google, on Amazon or other website, they always have, product over there and they have description about the product. Basically, this shirt was made from this place, blah, blah, blah. All those descriptions, they actually always hire people to write those descriptions. And then number two is, they also provide other social media services. If you're good into social media, because reputation management is not just all about the reviews, it's also about social media management, because that's how the customers or the prospect interact with the page. How you present the page, you actually still managing the reputation of the business, right? So now let's talk about another thing which is very important, and I'm going to talk about that on board, because I want you to understand the power of having the right offer. A lot of people don't understand that, but you cannot get no customer if you don't know how to craft your offer. What is offer? Offer is what the clients get out of your service. You know what I mean? They always have this one formula that I've read in this book called $100 Million Offer by Alex Hormozi. He gave a really perfect formula on how to craft your offer. And then the offer, you're going to take that and put in an email on your cold email and send to the clients that you're interested in, right? And then another question is, how much money can you charge for this service, right? For example, when I was doing it, with my clients, I usually charge something like between, $500, $250 to $1,000, right? If the clients had more than one store, I would charge them $250, right? Let's say it's a restaurant, they have like 5 locations. So I can do like $250 for 5 locations, that's $1,000 a month. Let's say they have 1 location, then I will do $500 per location. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we work with them. The reason why is it has to be worth my time. But for you, if you're in Africa and your cost of living is very cheap, guess what? You can do this as little as $100 a month per locations, and you can actually sign clients faster than anybody who's in the United States, because in America they're going to be charging a lot of money because the cost of living is very expensive. And you can have 1, 2, 3, even 10 clients paying you every single month $100 each, that's $1,000 a month, to actually just answer their reviews on Google, on Yelp, on Amazon, all kind of stuff. It's much easier. So I'm going to show you how to craft your offer with a simple actually formula that they learn in this one book, and you're going to like it. So I'm going to show you right here. So number one is, what is, an offer, right? Some people don't understand what is offer, which is kind of funny, but. So the offer is what your clients get out of your service. The offer is the reason why the client pays you in the first place, is because of the offer. And I'm going to show you how to craft it. So you need 4 ingredients to craft a very compelling offer for your clients. Number one is dream outcome, which means, what does your clients want to achieve with your service? That's where you got to start. If I give you my service and somebody's paying $1,000 or $100 a month for your service, what are they getting from your service? That's the first question. Number 2 is time delay, which means how long is it going to take them to actually achieve that result, right? Some says like, this is what they're going to achieve and then how long it's going to take them. So number 3, you're going to talk about what you call the effort. How much effort are they going to put in to actually achieve the result they're looking for? So you can understand that too. Then the last one is, so the likelihood of achieving it. So right now, so we have the dream outcome, what the clients achieve out of your service if you're providing reputation management to your business. You know what I mean? the dream outcome. Then number 2 is time delay. How long is it going to take them to actually achieve that result? And then number 3 is the effort. How much effort are they going to put in to get that result? And then number 4 is the likelihood of achieving that result. How sure are they that they're going to achieve that result, right? So what is the dream outcome? Why do actually business want to hire a reputation manager? So number 1 is they want to increase the revenue by decreasing, unsatisfied customers, right? Because this actually hurt the business all the time. So you can do something like this. You can like increase revenue by 10% by recovering what you call abandoned cart. This is basically abandoned cart on if you know the e-commerce, there's always some people who come and check your cart, check your website, put the stuff in a cart, and then they don't buy. You know what I mean? So this is the same things, or what you call customer recovery. You're recovering customer because these people already bought stuff from you, but they didn't like it, and then they left a bad review and they will never come back. So you lost that customer, and that one review can be read by 10 other different people, which means loss of revenue. You know what I'm saying? So number 2, time delay. How long will it take them to see a change in your service? When you provide your service, how long will it take them to actually see an increase or result, right? This one should take as little as 60 days. Don't tell your clients you're gonna get a result in 7 days, right? You're gonna put so much pressure on yourself and you will not actually achieve the result and you're gonna get fired. Always give yourself some time, enough time to be able to actually give the result and actually give couple report to see, okay, this is the increase, and this is the increase in the purchases, or this is how many customers, after we give them, we respond to them, then they change their mind. They say, actually, it's not that bad. Thank you so much for responding to my reviews, and I'll actually definitely come back next time. You know what I mean? Because someone can leave a bad review just because they ordered the wrong food. You know what I mean? People may order the wrong stuff and then they leave a bad review. But you can tell them like, hey, we have a different dishes, we have a different product. You should try this product. Maybe it's gonna be better for you. You know what I mean? Some people have allergies. You know what I'm saying? Which means with those allergies, what happens is they may eat the food and they didn't know there was peanuts in it. And then they have a bad allergies and then they leave a bad review. You as a reputation manager, your job is to tell them like, hey, that food you ate had peanuts. Maybe next time you should try this item. You know what I mean? So that's all your job, right? So you can tell in 60 days, you're gonna see some changes, meaning people who are leaving bad review, they're gonna be changing their mind, actually, editing their reviews, coming back to the restaurant and stuff like that, right? And then number 3 is effort. You want to remove as much effort as possible. Basically, you want to make sure the boss or the owner of the business does not have to do anything to make this happen. You are doing everything and he's just focusing on running his business. So you're going to do done for you. Means all these things, all the replying to reviews, all this stuff is done for you. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is give me the access to the account, and then I'm going to actually respond to these reviews and provide the solutions, and you don't have to worry about nothing else anymore, right? So the likelihood of achieving the result, which result? Increasing the customer recovery from from taking someone from a bad experience to come back to a business to try again. You know what I mean? So you can tell them like this, for example, you have an experience. Like, hey, I have done this for 1 year, for example. That can be what you call a likelihood of achieving the result, which means your experience. That can be the reason why. So your offer will be something like this. Increase your revenue by 10% in a 60-day, done for you with an expert. So I'm saying, you heard that, right? That's where your email, how it's going to be like it sound like, right? So now if I'm sending email to this client, this is what I'm going to do. This is going to be my subject on an email. You see that? That's my offer, which means increase your revenue by 10% in 60 days, done for you by an expert. So I'm saying, so number 1, dream outcome is increasing the revenue by 10%. The time delay is 60 days. The effort is done for you. and the guarantee is an expert. So I'm saying it's a very easy gig to do. Right now, as we speak, as you know, in this live, you can actually easily go on a clickworker.com right now and see a lot of jobs hiring for this simple work, which is reputation management. Basically, to write reviews for business. You know what I mean? All you have to do is just look up online, go on Amazon, go on Google. There's all these companies hiring every day for people to come and respond to the reviews, right? So there's a few ways to get a job. I just gave you some few ways, which number one is clickworker.com. So you can also do microtask.com. It's another website you can do that. It's Task of Us. It's another website you can actually find jobs like this. They're paying like $30 per project. Every project is about $30 per year. And then there's another way they pay like a monthly. And then there's another way you can actually do yourself by going through Google. And then there's another way you can do if you go through ads. You know what I mean? So we provide this class every day for free for the simple reason of sticking to our mission. So our mission has always been simple, is to actually provide education to as many people as possible. We have a mission of like providing at least 1 million jobs, remote job by 2030. It's a big mission, you know what I mean? And I don't even know I'm gonna do it, but I know I'm committed to this, and this is what I'm gonna do. So some people which came to our classes, they can't afford our classes, and then we decide to give the classes for free, just because we understand some people, they can afford it. You know what I mean? So we provide this for free on YouTube every day, 8:45 p.m. Probably gonna go back to 7 p.m. because right now it's because of Ramadan. So we are not doing like a little bit later. So what is EA Academy? Some people may be new on this platform, on this live, and they may ask yourself what we actually do. You know what I mean? So EA Academy, we actually provide training in different digital skill, and then provide remote job when you're done. You know what I mean? So if you go through our programs, we take you from training to a remote job within ourselves. You know what I mean? You don't have to go anywhere else. You don't have to do all this going to Google. You don't have to apply to any website. This is done completely in-house for you. You know what I mean? And if you think maybe, hey, I'm not ready, I need some more time, this is a great place to hang out. So in this live, you can come hang out with us. You know what I mean? So what it means is you can hang out with us, get to learn more skills for free, interact with us, join our Telegram channel actually right now, and actually be able to follow up with the next live. The other thing is the registration for our class in June is open right now. We are only taking a few numbers of people, right? And I will tell you, if you want to register right now, make sure you go in the description. There's a link over there. You can actually click and register for the classes. Make sure you prepare ready. There's so much money out here, bro. There's no reason you should be broke in 2024. I mean, you can do so many stuff which does not require even that much knowledge. You know what I mean? And that's what we're trying to tell people. You don't have to move around Nairobi every day, or Cape Town, or Johannesburg, or any city you are in looking for a job. There's so many people hiding outside. Nairobi is graduating. Kenya is graduating hundreds of thousands of students every year, putting them in a job market. But they're producing less than 100,000 jobs. You know what I mean? So there's so many people who are going to have no job regardless. So the only way you're actually going to be able to have a job moving forward is going to be you actually, going in a different market. Find a different market where there is a shortage of employees, shortage of workers, actually be able to find a job in those markets. Instead of you actually, keep, running around your city trying to find a job, you know what I mean? And then if you don't have a job, you forget about it, right? So there's this one story actually did touch me, and I felt so bad about it. Is this one lady in Kenya, she was selling bananas on the street. I read this story, like I think it was like in a newspaper. She was selling bananas on the street, but this lady, she was actually graduate in university in Kenya. I think it was University of Nairobi, something like that, as honor student. You know what I mean? Is an honor student, can't find a job in a whole entire country, and then she's selling bananas on the street. You know what I mean? What I'm thinking is, there's so many people who are willing to pay top dollars on a talent like that. You know what I mean? There's so many people who are willing to pay, good money for talent like that, right? But she does not know, because she has already given up. She's been working on Nairobi, she can't find a job. Then she just gave up. But if she actually can look a little bit outside Kenya, maybe look into like United States market, European market, Chinese market, they're always looking for people to do some task like this. You know what I mean? They're always looking to pay money for people to do like, some stuff, some simple stuff you may even think is like, why is somebody paying for this, right? But you have to understand people are so busy, they don't have enough time to actually respond to reviews. They don't have enough time to engage with their customers. They don't have enough time to post on the social medias. They don't have enough time to run their Google ads. They don't even have a skill to do so, you know what I mean? They're always gonna pay people to do that, you know what I mean? Virtual assistant industry is going to keep growing as more people go into business, as the labor law become very hard in America, as the minimum wage increase in America. People are going to start outsourcing outside the United States. It's just going to happen. You either have to be with the movement, or you're gonna be left behind. And that's why we created this beautiful program to actually prepare you for what is coming. The inevitable, which is coming, is AI, right? And you have to understand, with AI, most of the stuff is going to be obsolete. It's going to be useless completely. But if you're prepared yourself and you are ready for the future, you don't have to worry about anything. You know what I mean? And that's what we've been talking about. So we had a summit the other day on March 9th in Nairobi. A very beautiful summit. We had nice speakers. We had some people who were locally from Kenya who were doing digital marketing. I spoke to the guy who's making $4,000 a month in Kenya as a virtual assistant running digital ads for a company in Australia, as well a company in the United States. This guy, I think his name is Dennis. I spoke to him and he was like, I came to the summit because I was looking for someone I can actually hire to do my job. I have so many clients from Canada and the United States, but I don't have people who can do it. You know what I mean? So, and this guy's a Kenyan guy. There was another guy, Bob. He was a good speaker. Also, he'd been working remote for so many years. You know what I mean? And he has found a career online, right? And so there's so many opportunity online, and people they're just not willing to take it. You know what I mean? And this is maybe your right time to get the right skill and actually be able to put yourself forward. Also understand there's a problem with American companies now want to hire African talent. I have heard about it. Some few people they did DM me about it, and actually looking into that, it's true. Some companies, when they are hiring, they're only hiring like a United States citizen, European, Mexican, or South America, as well Asian, Philippine, and India, and they exclude Africa, which is because there's a wrong branding of Africa. For so many years as African, we have neglected our brand. We have let the white people brand Africa as a place for charity, as a place there is no clean water, as a place there is no food, as a place there is no like education. You know what I mean? So in that case, people overseas who have never come to Africa, they think Africa don't have no universities. They think Africa don't have no talent. So when they create these companies, they don't want someone from Africa because they think they're not educated. Matter of fact, some even believe there's no Wi-Fi in Africa. They believe there's no electricity. So there's no way they're gonna, want to hire people from Africa. And that's why we created AI Academy. AI Academy, our primary mission is to break down that barrier by actually providing the skill and actually go overseas, represent you, get you the clients, and make sure like, hey, we know this guy. He went through a program, we trained him from A to Z, he's ready to do the work, and we can actually manage his performances. You know what I mean? And that's what we're trying to do. That's what we've been doing. We've been, doing in Kenya. Also, we're gonna be going very soon in as well, in different countries, in Ghana, South Africa. But Kenya is very exceptional to me because actually Kenya has a lot of talent. A lot of people in Kenya are very, very smart, but their talent is not being monetized in a way it's supposed to be monetized. You know what I mean? So I see the comment from Joy. She says it's very educative, right? Thank you so much, Joy. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to give as much knowledge as possible, even if we're giving out for free. That's our mission. Our mission is not to make money. That's not a mission. Money is a product. It's a tool you use to expand the program, get more job for you. Invest in our education, invest in our partnerships, keep getting more remote jobs that can be available to you. But the primary mission we have is to educate 1 million African people, African talent, and actually help them find job. This can be a whole new other level of building the economy in Africa by exporting the services. Since 1960s, when the colonial guys that were still in Africa, we were exporting coffee and tea, and we're in 2024. We are still exporting coffee and tea, right? And I think it's the right time that we start exporting talent as well. You know what I mean? We start exporting people who are smart. We start exporting our services. We start exporting finished product. We start exporting like, you know, modern edge product. You know what I mean? So that's what we're gonna be doing, and I'm very committed to that. So I see Joshua. Joshua Mez, yeah, the information is very educated. Thank you so much, Joshua. You know, and also we have another big digital marketing summit coming up. You know what I mean? I can't wait to tell you guys the date. We're gonna be doing in Kenya again for one more time. For people who missed out for the last one, they can come through, actually get to learn about our program, get to learn what we're gonna be doing. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to see all of you guys. You know, and I'm looking forward to see this program grow and actually become a way for a lot of talent, a lot of kids, a lot of people who went to school and they spend all this money on school and they still come out with no jobs, you know, and which is happening every day. We have people spending hundreds of thousands, you know what I mean, of shillings or thousands of dollars on educations. The parents that are selling the land, the parents that are selling their animals, parents that are, you know, scrambling the money to put their kids to school, and the kids still come outside with no job, which is actually a very sad situation, you know what I mean? And we are hoping maybe at some point we're gonna be able to actually, you know, take this talent, the surplus of the talent we have in, you know, in Kenya, and take this talent to, you know, where the talent is needed. And the market that I'm very familiar with is United States, America. I'm very familiar with it because I have run a digital marketing company in America for about 6 years. You know what I mean? And I have seen the market move from doing the stuff yourself to outsourcing, right? My whole entire time was running my company. I had two virtual assistants. One was in the Philippines. Actually, I have three. One was in the Philippines. I had one in India and in Pakistan. You know what I mean? And my whole time I was thinking about like, hey, why is not this African? Why can I find African person who can do this work? Because I'm paying these people $1,000, $2,000 a month to actually manage my client's account. And then in India, in the Philippines, in Pakistan, why is not somebody in Kenya? Maybe this money can actually even change somebody's life, can, you know, help them out, you know, pay for the basic needs. And that's what our mission is, to take African talent to the global market. Joyce said, I must attend. Gotta pull the crowd with me. That's great, Joy. You know, get the message, pass it out to everybody. Let everybody know about this. You know, there is no reason why in 2024 we can still have, you know, massive talent, which is just laying around unexploited. Massive talent which is not productive, when there is, you know, countries looking for talent every day. You know, countries are looking for people to do marketing for them. Doctors, they're looking for virtual assistant. You know, lawyers, they're looking for, if you're a lawyer, for example, in Kenya, you can work with a law firm in America as their virtual assistant, meaning you're doing all the paperwork for them, right? You make their job more efficient, more easy, and, you know, you make money. If you're a doctor, anything can be remote. Anything can be remote. Doesn't matter what you study. Either, you know, you study about film production, either you study about medicine, either you study about law, either you study about accounting. Anything you have studied can be put online. You can go online and find companies which will pay you to do their back-end work. And our program, our vision is to expand, not just for digital marketing, actually add other program, add, you know, virtual assistant, add medical assistant, add law, add accounting. You know what I'm saying? All those people want to make sure we can train as much talent as possible, and then export that talent to the market, whereby we can build, you know, the economies in Africa as we, you know, change people's life. That's the key. Change people's life, you know, especially young people. Young people in Africa, they're having a hard time because old people don't want to retire. You know what I'm saying? Old people don't want to retire. And the young people that finish in school, they can't find jobs because we have all these old people who has been in office for 30, 40 years and they don't want to retire. And you find like governments full of old people. You go into companies that are full of old people, and young people, they don't get no jobs. And the only thing we can do for young people is to actually export that talent where it's needed, where they appreciate talent, where they don't hire based on corruptions, where they hire based on actually expertise. You know what I mean? So, guys, this has been one of my favorite, you know, day. You know what I mean? I have to share this reputation management. And actually, if you came in late, make sure, you know, you go rewatch this live again. You know what I mean? Share with other people, let them know that we actually have something going on. We actually, there's actually a different way to make it. You don't have to, you know, beg the, you know, people to pay you peanuts. You know, you don't gotta make, you know, $200, $100 here and there. You can actually build a strong career online. You know what I mean? So this is our fourth live, technically, but one of them, you know, was bad because we had a rain and then the Wi-Fi was bad and it was buffering, so we didn't end up, you know, posting it. But this is our fourth live, and we're gonna be doing this every day. 8:45. Probably we may start doing very early once the Ramadan is over. You know what I mean? So we're gonna, you know, doing every day. Make sure you tune in. Sometime I may miss the day. I do apologize for that, like yesterday, but I'm gonna try at least do this every single day. Thank you guys for tuning in again.